I'm Katie Carr, Executive Vice President of Changing Places, Inc., and I'm privileged and honored to welcome our founder and president, Margaret Walsh, to be with me in this conversation to share with you, our audience, a little bit about what makes Changing Places so special. So welcome, Margaret. Thank you so much for being with us.
All right. Well, we've been in business. We're in our 24th year, and we have a world-class team of organizers. And our focus is on moving people, whatever that means. And I'm sure you're well aware that moving is one of the top 3 stresses: moving, divorce, and death of a person that anybody could possibly have to survive with. So we help them. We make it fun. I have an amazing team of people, and I think those make the job happy. We have sort of earned ourselves a psychology degree so that we can help people get through the rough periods. And I think that our main mission is to show our passion and our integrity so that we can handle a job quickly with less stress, and we turn the job around so that each of our clients is left with systems that work, solutions for storage problems. Because you know, sometimes people come from, let's say, the East Coast where I came from, and my house was enormous, and I moved into a little small place. That's what's happening to all of our clients. So we find ways to keep the best, store the rest, and make it a very good experience for them. We make them more prosperous and efficient.
And Margaret, behind us are some excellent examples of the organizing work that you've done and we've done over the years. And I think this is a great testament to why Changing Places is now a 6-year running Best Home Organizer Award winner in the very prestigious Pacific Sun Awards. Tell us a little bit about the organizing process and how that in fact makes a prosperous impact on a client's life and move especially.
All right, well, there's 2 things. There's the cost of it. For every 1,000 pounds that you eliminate before you move, you save $1,500 in the move if you're doing a long-distance move, cross-country or internationally. And for a client like this, you can actually see that there were quite a bit of hoarding going on here. And we simplified, we held their hands, we allowed them to keep the very best and get rid of the rest. We stored a lot of things in the office. We took this office and put it into another building. This was just a charming client, and we're still friends.
Yeah.
So
why should a client hire Changing Places to coordinate their move project?
well, it's like being a doctor. You don't want to hire a doctor to do your dentistry if they're not a doctor. We are moving professionals. We're world class. We've been doing it for a very long time. All of my team are vetted with systems and approaches. For example, they're not allowed to talk during the move unless they're talking about the client, the job, and the questions that they have. So there's a very peaceful harmony in the house. We have incredible vendors that, again, have been tried and true. So if a contractor were to break his arm, he would have a backup person so that the job could keep going, because we do remodeling and renovations as well. And so we create a package with these amazing end vendors who can help us put a house together within 2 to 3 days. Now that's a miracle. I walk away and go, that was a miracle, because some of the things that we see, it doesn't matter what they look like. We come in with no diva attitude. We come in with a great team of people who love what they do, and the process is really fun to watch. And if you don't know how to do it, hire a professional. Don't try to do it yourself.
So in all these 24 years of moves and simple to complicated projects, tell us about some of the fun and memorable ones that you've handled.
I would say also that we've done a lot of national and international moves. A very sweet job that I did was a woman who had Alzheimer's, and her husband and her daughter took her out for lunch, and we moved her to a new facility. We packed her up and duplicated her room and her environment in a new facility for Alzheimer's people. And she came home after lunch and didn't know she'd moved. And it was just, everybody was so touched. It was very, very sweet. I had a client who was moving from a great big house, and he was moving into the San Francisco Towers. The amount of money that we earned for him selling his belongings paid for our services and for the mover. He was thrilled to pieces. I did a floor plan. This is the key thing. I did a floor plan for him because he'd made his own. And everything was a foot. The furniture had a foot between them. And I said, you can't do that. You have to have 3 feet. You have to be able to move around. So I did another floor plan. We had these little magnets so you can actually see the furniture and draw it in. And so really, literally within 15 minutes, I did another one. We moved some of the furniture here and here, and then bingo. He was like, oh my, this is fun. So it is fun. It takes a lot of skill. You have to know how to do it, and then the process works streamlined. Let's see, one more job. Oh, we did the Sutro job. It was an estate resolution. Mom had died. She'd been in the house 75 years. She had letters from George Washington, all kinds of things. There were 2 heirs and 17 grandchildren. And we successfully had an auction, which was funny money, and all 17 kids and the 2 heirs walked away happy. We had done it so that it was even, and it took us 3 months, but it was a great big house. But I'm very proud to say that we're still great friends with the family, and it was a remarkable team effort.
Truly, it was. And so an exciting piece of news is that you're starting to offer your services as a new product for Changing Places, in that a client can hire you, Margaret Walsh, with all of these years of wisdom on an hourly basis to consult on their move. So tell us a little bit more about that new offering.
Well, I will actually do it by the minute. I think that's probably all right. I've had so much experience. I don't think there's anybody in the United States who's had as many international and national moves as I have. And why not share my experience? So if somebody doesn't want to hire us or doesn't think they can afford us, they can call me and I will talk to them and say, okay, who's your mover? How did you read the bids? How did you understand which mover you were picking? Then I tell them all the things that they need to watch out for. We had a client who was bringing peanut butter, and you're not allowed to do that sort of thing. And it actually, before it left the country, it exploded in the office of the moving company. So if that had gone on to cargo ships, it would have been a horrible mess. So there's a lot of things that you need to know, and I would love to share my wisdom with you. So that's my new business.
That's great. And most importantly, I think our team behind Changing Places and the work that we do at a client's house is truly about the organizers, the project managers, and the approach we take with our customers. So you talked a little bit about the training process and how we follow a very strict code of the way we approach a job. What is the benefit to a client of having this team that you've fully vetted and fully trained on site at their home doing this project?
Well, we do seniors and families and single people and executives, and every single one of them have their own needs and wants. So a family, there's my wonderful team, a family might need the kids to go back to school. A husband needs to go back to work. A trailing spouse needs to take over the job and the spouse goes to work. The seniors might not be remembering what they're doing in the process. So we have a different approach for each person. We actually have different supervisors to take care of different situations. So we cause less stress, we make harmony happen, we get people back to work, we get families back to school, we get them to love their new environment. You know, if you're sending a kid, I tell them, let them bring a new bed and get new sheets. You know, there's a lot of little tricks to making everybody happy. It's a miracle. We make miracles happen.
And most importantly, I think what's special for me in being a part of this company is that we really truly become the client's advocate. We become the full-fledged one-stop shop coordinator of their move to allow them to go about their life and go back to what's important. So most importantly, how to get in touch with Changing Places. You can call. Our office line, where you can reach me and Margaret, is 415-461-6257. You can email either of us. And you can also visit our website at www.changing-places.com. And we're also on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you so
Call
much,
us.
Margaret.
Thank you.